Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully the volume is just doing right and put the microphone in front of the camera here. Over here, I have a special share I want to provide you today, and it has to do with one of my favorite channels I like to watch. We Are Change. So if you've read the title, we're talking about millennials. Are they sick? And in more ways than one. And I want to present just to share this briefly with you, and then I'll come back and give you my 2 cents on the first 30 seconds of the video. So stay tuned here. All right, let's bring it back here. Hopefully that audio came through loud and clear. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. Please let me know if it is, and we will talk more about that. But let's talk a little bit about gut health real quick. And in this video, which if you go onto the YouTube channel, I'll include it in the description. He's talking about dopamine, serotonin, and he's talking about neurotransmitters and what our food, our use of medications, our environmental toxins are all attacking and destroying the what's called the microbiome of the digestive tract. And if that microbiome is not present, if it's not healthy, we can't digest the food, we can't get the food and the nutrients into our body. And those microbiome also produce nutrients for our brain and the rest of our body. And so there's a direct correlation between our mind and our body, and our body and our mind, back and forth. So I want to share this with you right here. Let me get it in front of the camera. Hope for Health, Functional Bioanalysis, goes on to talk in great depth about, well, in fairly amount of depth, about the serotonin and dopamine and all the other neurotransmitters. But I wanted to really point out this image. Again, I'll point it right in front of you here. All right, this is called a pathway. And if you see right there, that's serotonin. Hopefully it's coming through clear. Maybe not, maybe so. And then there's other pieces of the puzzle on the pathway. And I was sharing with someone the other day about what it is to have a pathway. And a pathway, think of different gates. Like, walking in the park, there's different gates. And each gate has different keys. And so if you don't have the keys, that gate can't open to get to the next part of the path. And for serotonin, and people with low serotonin, insomnia and depression are the primary issues. Okay, and if there is, I made some bookmarks here. If you have too much serotonin, we get migraines. The sodium and the water balance may be out of control. So let's take a look here, back at the chart of the pathway chart. To get to serotonin production, let me get it in there. To get to serotonin production, I'll use my finger, maybe not the most professional. To get the serotonin production, we need these other steps to get there. And for serotonin to continue on the path to make these other bioelements, we need these nutrients. So what happens is most often people have some type of symptom. They go to their medical doctor. The medical doctor says you have this symptom. We have a pharmaceutical drug for that. And by all means, sometimes these pharmaceutical drugs do the job that they're asking and more, and they're called the side effects. Sometimes the medication doesn't do anything for the person, and yet there's still side effects from the medications. So with that being said, we want to address what happens, how do we fill the tank? How do we give you the keys to the gate so that your body can continue on the pathway of these different neurotransmitter production? And so that's nutrition, that's minerals, vitamins, sometimes herbs, and these things have biochemistry, so the elements of life that the body uses to keep that engine going. All right, I threw a lot of analogies out there, but what we need, and here's one of the most easiest stories, is well documented, and has to do with sailing. And there's a type of issue called scurvy, and what was found is if the sailors are deficient in eating vitamins that contain vitamin C, or if the sailors don't eat fruit and vegetables that don't contain vitamin C, they end up getting scurvy and die. In fact, the death rate was so expected on every ship that sailed out back in the 1800s, 1850s, and things like this, and before, that they expected half the crew to die because of these issues. And all they had to do was eat fruits and vegetables that had high volumes of vitamin C. And so one of the things you may have heard as a negative name for sailors is a limey. I think they called it, it's a derogatory term they used in the British, but the limeys, they ate limes to give them the high impact vitamin C so they wouldn't suffer from the disease known as scurvy. And so as we zoom in, as we take the microscope to life and the vegetables and minerals and phytonutrients, and we look at how they work in the body, if we don't have these other elements, serotonin can't be produced optimally. So if you're missing vitamin B6, vitamin C, if you don't have right balances of iron or B12 or folic acid or magnesium or zinc or B1, calcium, magnesium, folic acid, so even sulfur, your body can't go through the normal diagnostic pathways. All right, thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, please let me know. Blessings and best regards. I got patients walking in the door right now. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.